So good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So we will go for the binary search today. So let us write few numbers so that we will try to search. So for example, if I have something like this, 1 minute, wait. Okay, right. So 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. Now let us say we want to find the number 10. Now I will just copy the procedure of what I have to do. So find 10, where is the index of 10? Let us say this is 1, right? So its index number is 1. So let us write index numbers as different. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 8 indexes are there and we have a total of 8 values are there. Let us name it as an array A. Okay. Now I want to find 10. 10 in the sense at what index 10 locates. Now the first thing I want to do is, so this is the total array that I have seen. Okay. This is the total array. So what the first thing I will do is I need to cut them into half. So for example, let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is there. So 8 by 2 we will cut down into 4, 4, right? This is how we cut down. So for that I will apply a formula like this. The formula can be written in green. So I will say total number in an array is n, for example. Okay, n number of indexes are there and n number of elements are there. So what I will do is I will find out something like mid value is equal to n by 2. So my mid value will become 8 by 2, that is equal to 4. So mid value will be 4. So according to the algorithm, that's what we got. So now what we have to do is we need to divide them into two things. Maybe let us think it's like a recursion. Have you remembered that Fibonacci where we have written like n minus 1 and n minus 2?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Yes.
now, shall we discuss something like, okay, first of all, I want to divide. Okay, first I will write the model, then we will think about that. So what I will do is I am dividing them into two parts. Okay. The first array that I got is from 1 to 4. So what I will do is my condition is it should start at 1 and it should go up to mid value. Okay. For now, we will think about this. When we go to Raptor, we will check out how it is actually dividing. Okay. Sometimes in Python, what we say, if we say you start at 1 and up to 4, it only prints 1, 2, 3. It will not include 4. So we will check out whether Python will include mid value also. That means the 4 value. Okay. If it is not including, then we need to write something like mid value plus 1 so that it will print up to 4 and stop at 5. There is a difference. So what I am telling is in general in Python, sometimes when we say range, what happens is if I mention the range like this, it only takes 1, 2, 3, and when it sees 4, it will stop. Only it will give you the indexes 1, 2, 3, that's all. But we don't know. We need to test it in Raptor what happens. In Raptor, first we will try to give it is up to mid value. Okay. If it is taking 1, 2, 3, 4, that includes mid value also. The mid value is 4. Okay. The mid value is 4. If it also includes 4, that's fine. If it doesn't include and it works like Python, like it only prints up to that 4, then we need to say it should be something like 1 comma mid value plus 1. That means it's the range of 1 comma 5. So it will print 1 2 3 4 up to 4. Okay. So that we will think about when we come to Raptor. For now, what I will do is I will just consider the condition should be the first array should be printing from 1 to mid value. Okay, let us write this one. So index number 1's value is what?
1,
1,
Next,
1,
3,
3,
6,
6,
6,
8,
8,
8.
so here, what is the condition here?
value to
What is the
Mid
array?
value to n minus.
8.
mid value plus
Value
1,
will be 4, right?
Hmm.
So what is this that you need to write?
Mid value to
Value
n
plus 1.
Mid value plus 1. So that means it starts with 5
5
and it
N.
ends with
n.
because n is 5. Okay, because n is 5, it will be at n.
8 n.
Now, so what are the things? 10, 12, 14, 18. So the indexes that we are writing. Okay. Now the first
Once can you say again, sir, this?
what am I?
10, 12, 14, and 18 again. How did we get?
How it will come? You only say. What is the range? What are these called? Indexes. Right?
Indexes.
What is the tenth index? 10 numbers index.
5.
Yeah. What is mid value plus 1?
Wait, okay, sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, that's all. So what Agrawal has asked is how we got 10, 12, 14, 18. So what I am saying is the mid value is 4 plus 1 it is 5. So it says that you start at index 5 and end at index 8 because n's value is 8. Here also I said you start at 1 because 1 is always default starting and you end at 4. Okay. So indexes 1 to 4 we have written as a separate array. Indexes 5 to 8 we have written as a separate array. Now what we will check next is after dividing the arrays, the immediate thing that we need to do is what is the value we need to find. Now coming to this, the first thing I will check is this one. So let us say we want to find x is equal to 10. Now I will check if x is less than or equal to what I should write? Our array is A, right? Our array is A. So what I will write is A of mid value. So what is A of mid value? Can anybody tell me?
A of 4.
A of 4.
8. 8.
Yes, A of 4, right? The A of 4 is nothing but 8.
8.
So
8.
now we need to check whether x is less than or equal to 8. So x is nothing but 10. We are checking whether 10 is less than or equal to 8. But it is not less than. So what we need to do is we discard this one. We don't go with this particular array. That's what. So now we will call this array. We will call this array again. See, remember, I am just giving you a hint a little bit. You just imagine main calls to search x in an array by passing it to a function. Okay, you pass it like function of a. You are passing a there, right? And now after discarding this, you again send this array to the function. So what concept we are actually applying here? Can you tell me? Again, I will tell you, wait, from main, we are sending a like this. So how I will tell you how you can do it. So if it is main, and this is function. Okay. So what you are doing is you are saying function please take this array A, which starts at index 1 and ends at index n, and find out x value and put the index of x in out. So
Procedure.
I'm telling this is array. This
Call
is
function.
start index,
Procedure.
end index. This is find value, okay, and this is output index. That means what is the index of x we are putting into out, so that out will come, and in main you will put what is out. So you can find out, okay, I found out this number in that particular index, whatever it might be. If it is not found, you say 0. Okay, that's what you can return. Later on we will see if we don't find. Now the same thing here, that comes like A, so start index, end index, X, find out value, and out. So after dividing them into two, whatever the, if we get 1 and 8, we are dividing them into two things, like 1 to 4, and the next thing is, okay, 5 to 8. So this is how we are divided. And in the first situation, we said it is not into consideration. We only take this one into consideration. So the hint is, I will now send this. So I will call myself and send that, please take this array. The start index is 5. That means the mid value plus 1. The end index is 8. That means n. Find out x and put it in out. Okay. Now you imagine this to be bigger. Now you write it again. So function a si ei x out, right? What are the values that we got here? Start index is 5. So because it is using some concept, what is the concept it is using?
Recursion.
Recursion. So this is another application of recursion. Without recursion, you cannot do it actually, because every time you are just minimizing your particular array that you have with. So initially you have 1 to 8 numbers. Next you only have 4 numbers, that is 5 to 8. This is how I am transferring. So 5 to 8. Now what happens again? 5 to 8 it will be divided. What are the values? Can you tell me? It will start at 5 and calculate and tell me what is the end index of the first array.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
And at 6, we divide.
Yeah. So I am asking you, if you again divide 5 to 8, what is the first array? What is the end index of the first array? Right. If we divide 1 to 8, we got 1 to 4 and 5 to 8. And we don't want 1 to 4 because we said that our 10 is greater than 1 to 4 numbers. You see here. So
Yes,
our
sir, I understood.
value is greater than this one. So we don't want this array. Anyway, we decided that 10 is not in there. So we imagine that 10 might be in between 5 to 8. So again, I pass 5 to 8 to the function. So I again call myself and pass it. The first thing that it will do is divide them into two parts. What is the end index now?
6, sir.
5 to 6.
6, sir.
What is the next one?
6 to 8. 7 and 8.
So we should get something like the mid value. Somebody switch off your mic. Switch off your mic, please. Okay. So not 5 to 6.
సౌండ్ తగ్గించు బ్రేక్
Very bad, Steven. Right. So we got 5 to 6 and 7 to 8. So I think now we need to check whether the value 10 is greater than or equal to what? What is the next condition that we got? So now again I have divided them into two, right? I have called only this one. My condition should be 5 to 6 and this one 7 to 8, right? Next thing, what you will do? First, you need to check again if x is less than or equal to a of mid value. So we got something like mid value, x is less than or equal to a of what? 6, right? So x is 10 is less than or equal to 12. Yes, we got. So I think we should get that 10 should be in this particular one because it accepts 10 is less than or equal to 12. If 10 is greater than or equal to the number that we got here, then we go to the next array. This is first array, this is second array. Okay, we write it in a loop actually. If 10 is less than or equal to the number that we got, we call it in a recursion. If 10 is greater than or equal to the number that we got, we call this one in the recursion. Now I think we got this one. So again we divide into 2. I think finally we got only 1. So up to we get something 1, we should go on. So that means here we get 5, we get 6 as indexes. Okay, there are no endpoints. 5 is itself the starting, 5 is itself ending. So what is that we need to find out now? I need to again find out the left hand side. If x is less than or equal to a of 5, because it's only the mid value. So naturally 10 is less than or equal to 10, and we found out that the index of 10 is 5. What we do is we return this 5 to the out of every call. As I have told you regarding the Fibonacci series, how the return values will be gone. So we return to the out like this. 5 is returned. And this is returned to the out of this one, 5. And this is returned to the out of this one, 5. And finally, your main will print 5 as a value. Did you understood? Okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, we will slowly go on again to understand. There is no need to worry. Okay, until you understand, we don't go to the flowchart directly. Now the next doubt I got is here it is very easy in the first step, right? To get what is the mid value, because we are starting at 1 index, we are ending at 8. You get directly after dividing them, you directly get the value 4. Yes, you said mid value will be 4 and mid plus 1 value will be 5. And of course you think about 5 to 8, 5 to 8. So naturally what we will do is that we think that we got 4 values, so we say 4 by 2, it will give you 2. Can you consider this one as a mid value? No, because your indexes are 5, 6, 7, 8. If your mid value is 2, how can you say that the mid value should be 6? Can you tell me what I can do here? So that universally I will use this formula. Can anybody help me?
Sir, 8 plus 5 divided by 2. Here we have
8 plus 5 divided by 2.
6.5 something. If you apply that more flow division, it will become 6.
So you are saying something like you always do for first one also. So let us check your formula. Wherever you got the start index plus the end index initially. So 1 plus 8 by 2. So 9 by 2, the floor value is 4. Okay, we got it. Right, very good. So the next division we got 5 as start and 8 as end. So 5 plus 8 by 2. What is 5 plus 8? 13 by 2.
13.
What is 13 by 2?
6.5.
6.5.
5, I think, right? So our floor value will be 6. Yes, we got the mid value as 6. Got it. So who said it?
Me, sir.
Okay, Paul. That's good. So I think people should have understood. Let us go with the formula again. What Paul has said. 1 minute. Okay. Let us go with the formula. So, so initially what I have done is I will write these numbers again 1 minute. So 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. See, this is how you need to track your problems. 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. What is the number? 14? Is it the number 14?
Yes, sir. 14.
Yes, sir.
14 and 18. Okay. Yeah, 14, 18. So our index values are something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So initially what I have done is I have took the number of elements. The number of elements are 8. So I said our n by 2 formula and I got 4. I was very happy for the first time because I got the mid value directly. Because why we get the mid value? It is starting at 1 and ending at 8. So we are happy that we got the mid value. So I can divide it to 1 to 4 and 5 to 8. But if I apply the same formula like n by 2, if n is 8, I get the answer. Answer I got something like 4, the mid value. Okay. But after this, the next step is we either consider this one or this one. Okay. If this is considered, okay, the formula again works because it is 4. Again, you can do like 4 by 2, you will get 2. So you can say 1 minute. Okay. So you can say 1, 2 is one aspect. The next thing is you can also say 3 to 4. Like this you can divide. Okay. It is also very easy. No problem. Again, if you consider this one, again you can also divide easily. You have two numbers, 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So 1 will be the start and end mid value of 1. And this is the second array, you have the remaining things that are done. Fine, this is okay. But what happens if you get to 5 to 8? I'm asking you, if I get to 5 to 8, what will happen to this? I think it is not so easy. If you take that 5 to 8, there are 4 numbers. Again, you do the same formula like n by 2. I get 4 by 2 that is equal to 2. So 2 is an index that is not there and present between 5 to 8. Where is 2? 2 is in the before one. You cannot get the mid value with the formula that I have written earlier. So it's wrong. It's not universally working. అన్నిటికీ వర్క్ చేయట్లేదు ఇది. If I start with 1 and end at some n value, then only my formula is working. But if I start with some x value or y value and ending at n, it is not working. Right? I hope you are understanding what is the mistake I have done earlier. Okay. So because we got 5 to 8, we need to go for 10 to search 10. We are going to the second array, which is starting at 5 and ending at 8. Now I said my formula is wrong. See, this is what the test cases will fail. I hope you are understanding. In competitive coding, what they will do is, for few test cases, they will give it like this. So if there is 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, what they will do is to find 6. Now this formula works to find 6, yes or no? This works.
Yes.
If the 6 is lying in between 1 to 4, I said already that if anything that starts with 1 and ends at some n value, my formula n by 2 is working. So for test case 1, it will pass. For test case 2, they might give you 12 as a number to find out 12. And this time you will get wrong. Buraba test what has happened? My program is correct. If one test case is going on, why the other test case is not correct? The reason is this: your formula is not universal. You should be changing your formula. So if you change your formula, then it might work for all those things. So you should think in all the otherwise cases. So not only I need to think about starting with 1 and ending at n, I need to even think about starting at some value y and ending at n also. If these two test cases are considered, then you will get the formula correctly, which is universal. Otherwise, you are only going for few test cases that are correct. So it's not the programmer's perspective to go to one aspect. As a programmer, you need to criticize yourself, finding out what are all the values that can fail your program. If all the values that your brain can get are not failing, then it might be said as your program is correct. But still there are some people, right, who can say yours is wrong. Still there are some minds who can find something wrong with your program also. But that's not a worrying aspect, because evolving world will always say something is wrong with our theorems. Somebody said recently Einstein's theorem of relativity is wrong. And somebody said for area of circle, we say pi r square. Somebody said it should be tau r square. Recently, I have seen in 2012 newspaper in Hindu that in America there was a case filed, and even America has, that court has agreed that it should be correct. So until now we are saying pi r square. Still we are reading pi r square, but there is a lot of research going on why we should need tau r square. Tau is nothing but you add 3.14 with 3.14, it will give you 6.28. They are saying it should be 6.28 into r square something. That only gives the correct value, what they say exactly. So theorems, formulas might evolve with the minds evolving later on. But for our case, at least we need to test few test cases which might go wrong that appears in our mind. So now I found out my thing is wrong. So Paul has helped me in finding out that one. So what he does is, I will write the same thing again. So 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. So 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, right. So universally what I can do is, I will add like this. Floor of, so I will write it clearly. So it should be something like this. Floor of start value plus end value, which might be the mid value that you get, or end value, whatever, by 2. So this I will keep it in floor value. So floor of start value plus end value by 2. Let us see how it is coming correctly. So here in our
But
first
this fails for odd number index, no, sir.
Amma?
This fails for odd number index, no, sir.
Let us see, that's what I'm saying. First I am choosing for this case. Okay, let us conquer each one. So first I need to think about solving at least this one. So what I am doing is solving this particular concept. Like if I need 1 to 4 or 5 to 8 also, it should give me the mid values. That's what the first test case I am trying to solve. Okay, first problem I'm trying to solve. So in our first case it will be 1 and 8. So it is nothing but 9 by 2. So it gives me floor value. Because it is having floor value, it will not return me 4.5, but it will give me 4. So I got it here. And in the next case, we are dividing this one, right? We are dividing this one. So again, I will say the formula. Floor of start value is 5 plus end value is 8 by 2. So naturally it will give me the answer 6. Okay. Until now I got the mid value. Until now I got the mid value correctly for every aspect. Even for the next thing I can say, if you have start value and end value as 5, 6. So it will go for 5 plus 6. That means it will give you something like
5.5.
11 something. Okay, you got 5. So you got the mid value as 5. Naturally, that is correct, right? You are dividing 5 and 6 separately. And this is how you are finding out the index of 5. Sorry, index of 10 as 5. Okay. Now, somebody said, what about the odd numbers? So I solved this problem for this even type of thing. Let us go for applying the same formula for odd. Let us see what will happen. So what are the numbers that we have? 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, and 20. So our indexes will be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now let us go with the same formula and let us see how it will divide it. So it will be 1 plus, so 1 plus something like 9. So it should be 10 by 2, that gives me 5. Okay, 5 as the mid value. So we need to divide between 1 and 5. So the same 10 value we want to find. Okay, let us say 18. 18 value we need to find. Let us take the difficult test case. Okay. And the next one that we divide is, because we got the mid value, what is
6
mid
to
value?
9.
It will be
6
6.
to 9.
So 6 to 9
9.
value. So 1 to mid value. So mid value plus 1
Plus
to,
1 to n.
okay.
Mm.
So now here we will check whether 18 is greater than or less than this one. Yes, naturally, if you consider a of 5 is 10, 10 is less than 18. So naturally we need to go with this choice. Okay. So now apply the formula for this one now. So initially we applied the formula for the whole thing. Okay. Now apply the formula for this one. We are not going into this. So
7.
apply this, it will happen with 6 plus
9 by 2.
by 2. If you apply the floor value, what is
7.
the answer? It should be
7.
15 by 2, 7.
7.
Okay. Now, if you get 7, so it will start at 6, 7, and it will be 8, 9. I hope it is correct. Okay. So it will start at mid plus 1 value, okay, and end at some mid value here. The previous mid plus 1. So naturally it will say start value and it will be end value. Here also the start value is mid value plus 1. Okay, and end value is naturally n. So I think somebody asked, I think we are getting it right.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah, yeah, Giri, I think you agree with this one. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, let us go with this particular one. So how do we call recursion? Now the next concept is we need to think about how we need to use recursion. So I will write something like this. So I have a function. So naturally you will get start here instead of function, but I am writing like this. You got an array. You got a start value, which is 1 naturally. You got end value, which is, let us take 9. You got x value, which is 18, the same thing that we thought of. And we got out value to put the index in it. Now tell me what will be the next step. Somebody who wants to volunteer. Now you should talk. If you talk and try something, I'm not scolding you, right?
Mid value we have to find.
Yeah.
So start value plus end value is equal to.
Whatever Rohit is saying, correct? We need to first find out the mid value. So what I will do is, I'll find out mid value is
Assign
equal
mid
to
value to SV plus E.
plus EV by 2. Floor, okay? Floor of SV plus EV by 2, that you write it in your flow chart. So naturally you will get some mid value. Some chart message has come. Sir, I had some network issue. So once can you explain odd one, please, sir? I think Sumant, I will just give you the, okay, after the end of, okay, in the lab session, I will try to explain it to you if time permits. Okay, otherwise I will give you the link, you can view the video. Okay. Okay, right. Coming to SV plus EV by 2, we got something like mid value. Now we will get mid value. What is the mid value? Can you tell me? Let us write it in brackets. Let us say, what is the mid value plus 1 for this? 1 plus 9
5.
by
1 plus 9 by 2.
5.
5.
Okay,
5. Yes.
mid value will be 5. So what is the next thing that I need to call now? So what is the
1
next?
to 5 indexes.
Yes. So how do you say that which one you need to call? You
X less than
might be dividing them into two, but you should be very careful to find out what is what. What is the next step that you have?
X less than A of mid value.
Yes, yes. The next immediate thing is condition. Condition. Let us take condition. You
Loop.
say
Sorry.
x, whatever value that is there, less than a of mid value. Whatever mid value you got. So if x is less than, sorry, less than or equal to,
Or a
Yes? Somebody said yes one?
Yes, sir. X less than or equal to.
X less than or equal to A of mid value. If A of mid value is true, then you will go in this manner. Yes. So what you will do here, can you tell me?
We'll again divide into
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. There is no need of division. If it is S, then naturally the left hand side will be the first array, the right hand side will be the second array. I think directly we can go. Agarwal, is it you who answered?
No, sir. Srinidhi.
Srinidhi. I think the first one should be the left one, the right one should be the second one.
Sir, we'll get 4 values.
Yes?
We'll get 4 or 5 values, no, sir. In the first, if it is in the yes selection, then we'll get 4 or 5 values. Then we'll have to divide it again with
That
2.
we will see. Let us see. Let us see. See here. What I will write is, if it is true, then I will say whatever. See, at present our start value is this one, right? Whatever that we receive is the start value. Whatever that we receive is the end value. Okay.
Yes.
So now what I will do is I will call function of. I will pass the same array. This time I will pass start value as start value. What should be the end value for the first
Mid
one?
value.
Mid
Mid
value.
value.
Mid value, comma, what is the value that you want to find x, and what should be the index that you keep in the output. This is the first recursion.
Hmm.
If it is not passing the test, this one, so that means if x is greater than a of mid value, so what naturally you need to go to the second array. So what is the second array? Can you tell me?
Mid value plus
Function
1 and
mid value plus 1.
Instead of the start value, we will send mid value
Mid
plus
value plus 1.
comma. What is the
N.
next?
N.
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 N's.
End
Comma.
value.
I think this is universal formula, right? So finally you will get to end, right? That's all. Try out like this. Let us see whether you will get it or not. So somebody asked me, I need to explain this odd. Who is this? Who is that? Somebody asked me.
Sir, it's me, sir.
Yeah, Giri, the same thing, right? So whether it is one plus, no, somebody asked me like my power is, internet is not working something. Sumant, are you there online?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sumant, just here that there is nothing like odd and the only thing that we do is always do the same formula, start value plus end value by 2 and put it in floor. So you will definitely get your mid value. Okay, whether it is odd or even, it is the same formula. It works. Okay, Suman. There is no need for us to worry.
Network's interrupting, sir. Sir, can you please?
Yes, Suman, what you are saying? Hello.
Yes, sir.
I think you can type it in the chat. I'm unable to hear your voice.
That's my problem, sir.
Suman, I'm unable to hear your voice. I only get something like dot 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 dot. Type it in the chat. Whatever you are saying. So people try out this one, please.
Sir,
Yeah, Sriya.
sir, will it, after going to yes loop, like yes and no, will it not check the further condition, like again divide into 2 and then check it?
Definitely, you see, there is no division here. You are sending already the division, right? So it is again calling itself. So what is the new value that you will get? Naturally, SV will be 1.
Hmm.
So you are sending the EV as the mid value of the previous one. So what is the mid value of previous one? 5, right? So it will be 5. Again, you come inside, so you will do 1 plus 5 by 2. So naturally 6 by 2, it will be 3, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So your mid value will be 3.
Hmm.
So like that, you will every time divide it. That's the ease of recursion.
Hmm. Yes, sir. Yes.
So I will again after this I will again show you Maybe
Yes.
I'm waiting for Suman to type something in the chat, whatever he is saying. Okay,
Thank
right.
you.
So simple thing is, imagine like this.
Hmm.
Function of, we are sending A,
Hmm.
SV,
EV
EV, X and out,
output.
right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So our SV will be 1. Initially, we are sending A from the main,
Hmm.
and EV will be the end value, some odd value.
Hmm.
So based on the compilation, what we do is the next step is 1 plus 9, okay, by 2. We will do something by
5.
5.
Hmm.
So we will check whether the given value x is less than or equal to a of 5, which is mid value, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So if it is not less, we go naturally to the right side. No,
No.
right?
Hmm.
Again,
Yes.
we are calling function of a comma sv comma ev comma x comma out.
Output. Hmm.
So this time we are getting sv as mid value plus 1, that is 6, right? That's what
EV.
we are saying. We are saying something like, okay, instead of this, I will write the formula which I have written. We are saying something like
Mid value plus 1 to M.
end value.
Hmm.
So now imagine that you are calling yourself again. So I'm writing the formula again. So function of a comma sv comma ev comma x comma out.
Out. Hmm.
Naturally, in mid value plus 1, while you are calling, it will be 6 and this is 9. So what are the values that comes? Array will be array. Now the starting
Yes.
value will be 6,
6 and 9.
will be 9. The x which I am
Same.
18 will be 18, and this is still
Output same. Hmm.
question mark.
Hmm.
So again, you write the same thing. So you apply the same thing again. So you say this time again, 6 plus 9 by 2, the floor value. What is 6 plus 9? It will be 15 by 2. What is the value?
7.
7.
Okay, 7. So naturally, again, you will check if x is less than or equal to a of 7. If s is less than or equal to a of 7, then fine. Otherwise, we will move to the right side again. Okay, this is how you are dividing and finally getting the formula. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
if whatever value, finally you get some index, right? Some index out value you will get. So you write something like you try out different formulas so that the out will
What is the use of A, sir? That's A.
A in the sense every time we are passing the array, right? Have you
Like
understood?
like
Now,
A of 5, sir.
yeah, array is something like initially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 indexes, right? So first we are dividing something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 1, right? So we are not cutting A, actually A is still there, but we are saying in A, I don't want 1 to 5 index, I only want 6 to 9 index. So for that, every time I need to pass array A, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for example, you say you had a house and there are 2 bedrooms and 1 kitchen. You might say that go to this house and search in this bedroom. Okay. Or you again say go to this house and search in this bedroom. But house is common, right? House is common, but parts are different here. There are 2 bedrooms. Like this, our array A is there, and you always say, please go to this array and search this part, or please go to A and search this part. So that is why every time I'm passing A here. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So anyway, we will do it again and again until we understand. There is no problem. Okay. It's not the end of this understanding because it's recursion. You need to understand clearly about this problem. I will explain again and again until you understand even in the evening lab. You try out in the meanwhile. Based on the formulas I have said, I will just open this flowchart and try out this one. If you are getting answer, that's fine. Otherwise, you need to change it a little bit.
Sir,
Suman, tell me.
sir, you're saying explaining something, sir, about odd one.
Yes.
I'm unable to hear, sir, because of my network problems, sir. Can you explain one?
Yes, there is nothing like odd.
Sir, you're explaining something, sir.
Yeah, there is nothing like odd or even. The only thing every time you do is the
Yes, sir.
starting value and ending value by 2 in floor. Whatever you do, you will definitely get mid value. There is nothing like odd or even division. Okay. So if you understand the previous thing, like how you get the mid value, that is fine and same for all. Okay.
Sir, sir,
Sir,
11, if, sir, 11 by 2 means, sir.
What is 11 by 2? 11 by 2 is something like 5.5. We get a floor. We generally get 5 as a value, right?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
sir, how can we enter these values like 1, 3, 6 and all?
How can you enter? I'm asking the same question. Who is asking? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Agarwal, how can you enter? You don't know how to enter into an array?
So normally these are random numbers. So how can we?
Yeah, that's what yesterday we have shown, right? You have done it also.
Sorting is done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, take that first loop and then can write.
See, that's why in learning part, we always come in an incremental way. The reason is whatever concept we said previously is connected to the next concept. So you need to go through the previous concepts, what I have done, how I can connect that particular concepts to this. See, while you are building a wall, you have foundation stone, right? On foundation stone, you built a wall, and on that you have this cement and all, then paint everything, right? Everything is connected to each other. If you say for every aspect, sir, I'm painting my wall now. Now, how can I put the foundation again? Foundation is already done. You have already done this one. Okay, Agarwal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Look back once. So there is a problem with all the students, maximum, including me while I'm studying. It's not a problem with you. It's the problem of all the students. Uh, that when we cross one semester to the next semester, we forget all of them. We generally delete them. Why to waste the memory? We have a lot of memory to store cinemas, a lot of games and all. So me too. After finishing my engineering first year, I forgot all the basics of engineering first year. I come to second year, and when my instructors asked, "What is this? What is that?" Again we said, "Oh, we did not learn all the." See, all type of tension we had, but the simple aspect is just before a year we have learned that concept. The only reason that we do is that we do not have connectivity. I always promote connectivity among students. See, you need to connect your previous classes or courses that you have done. Please remember them and try to apply in the next concepts. That's what an incremental learning means. Okay, I advise this to all because I have some experience in this one because as a student I always observed why I could not connect. The reason is I forget everything that is said previously, at least in the previous class. Then I started to connect myself. Okay, whatever said in the previous class, I used to go and study at my home immediately. So it will be stored in my mind. And next day when I come here, then I can understand what teacher is saying. That is connected to the previous class. Please follow that one. At least work for 1 hour a day for this program. Okay, then bye bye everybody, and we will meet at.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.